Hello everybody and welcome to our radio show. Today our topic is African Americans during the Civil War. Our story follows the point of view of a slave family during the Civil War time period. I hope you enjoy.
It has been around 45 years since the troubling time of the Civil War finally ended. Josiah Hedson, a previous slave in the Civil War, sits in his office staring into space. His grandson Jamel walks into the room.
Are you okay, Grandpa?
I am all right.
Is it the flashbacks again?
I'm all right, Jamel. Come in and sit down.
Grandpa, I think you need to tell me the story.
What story?
You know, the story, the one that causes you to have those flashbacks?
All right, I guess you're old enough. It all began on the slave plantation in the beginning of the Civil War. Me and my father, Antoine, and my mom, Rosanna, were all slaves during the Civil War time period. My father really wanted to join the army and fight for the United States.
I want to be that hero everyone wants.
He said that on a daily basis.
We should escape.
Don't be a ridiculous.
No, I'm serious. You, me, and Josiah, we could do it, Rosanna.
Antoine, you know I love you, but I don't want to put our son in danger, especially in times like this.
All right, but this idea is not going away.
That same night, my father escaped from the plantation. When morning came, my mother frantically looked for him, called his name to every corner, but there was no answer. "Where is that little slave boy? He is my slave. Who does he think he is?" He started to put up wanted posters all over Philadelphia, and that's when the wild goose chase began.
Meanwhile, at the Philadelphia courthouse.
Hello, Judge Mason. My name is Antoine Hedson, and I would like to join the Union Army.
Okay, sir, are you a free African American?
Yes.
Excellent.
Sir, I think you need to see this.
The man held up Antoine's wanted poster with his name printed in bold and a clear picture of his face.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hedson, but if you're a slave, you have not earned your rights to join the military and you will have to return to your slave owner.
But
Case closed. Take him away.
this radio show is brought to you by Listerine Mouthwash. For a cool, clean, fresh mouth, try Listerine Mouthwash. Tired of getting picked on due to bad breath? Well, now you won't because you have Listerine Mouthwash. Guaranteed the freshest mouth or your money back. Don't forget to try our new Listerine Quick Packs for quick access to a cool, clean, fresh mouth. Now back to the radio show.
Don't ever take off like that again, understand me? Ow! Me and my mom saw everything. I stood in her arms as she cried and cried. It was one of the worst experiences in my life. A couple of months later, my mother became a house slave for the owner of our plantation.
Rosanna enters the room. She checks to see if the boss is around and finds out that the coast is clear. She sits down in the wooden chair and begins to read the paper that was sitting on the wooden table.
And today we have Mr. Abraham Lincoln.
I am here to proudly announce that the Emancipation Proclamation has been approved. All slaves' freedom have been put into full effect. I wish you the best, and I think that this was a great decision. Thank you, everybody. There was finally hope.
We've been liberated.
What are you talking about, boy?
We can get out of here. Grab the family. Lincoln said it himself.
How do you know?
A man came by and said it. The plantation owner refused to let us go.
Well, shoot, let's get a move on then.
We can leave on Saturday. That way they won't realize we're gone because Sunday's our day off.
Okay, where are we leaving to?
We're leaving to Philly, the place I left to last time.
All right, I'll tell the others.
All right, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, the forest towards Pennsylvania is north. I don't know a direct way to Philly, but last time I just followed the big trail sneaking behind the carriages along the way.
I'm sure we can find it if you's done did it.
All right, we's leaving as soon as the overseer stop a-looking.
Antoine and his family then set out for the forest hastily, eager to get out of Philadelphia.
All right, guys, we found it. 2 days' time and we's found it.
Yay!
The man that came to the owner said that we could get ourselves into the war. I don't know about y'all, but I have the need to fight for what's right and end slavery once and for all.
But Antoine, so many people from the Union have died already. Why would you want to join?
Mama, if everyone looks how many people died, then fewer and fewer men are going to join to fight. The more men, the more power, and the more power, the more chance we have to win.
Oh, all right, but I am not going to be a part of this. Let's find a courthouse and sign you and your father up. Upon arrival at the courthouse, Antoine and his father immediately jumped at the most convenient judge they could find, but they were denied because the judge found that only white soldiers could protect the white government. Fortunately, they found a less racist judge that was exclusively for the survival of the Union. They were lucky as he provided less racial discrimination against blacks.
Both of us, as well as most of all slaves we know, are very passionate about fighting in the war. Most of the slaves have driven mules for most of our occupation on the plantation. We will be very loyal to our fellow white soldiers and generals.
Yes, over the years we have realized quite the loyalty and use of the black population in the war. This is the main contributor to why we are even discussing this today.
So, what you saying?
Well,
Is we getting a position in the military, or is we never going to fight at all?
well, with limited housing space and the exception that you will receive very small portions of funds, you could join the African regiment that we have positioned in South Carolina by January 1863.
Golly, your honor, thank you.
Woo! You will be consulting General Grant, the commander of the Union forces, who will be stopping by tomorrow to acquire black men for this force. Woo! This is a clip from the movie Glory starring Denzel Washington, which depicts the 54th Regiment.
I ain't much about no friend now. All right. I never had no family. Killed off my mama. You're funny. Come on now. You're doing fine. Well, I just... y'all's the onlyest family I got. Well, that's all right. And, I love the 54. Right. Ain't much a matter what happens tomorrow. But we men ain't. Yes, sir. Amen. Amen. Yes.
Then we ended up being able to contact Mr. Grant, where we finally got our positions in the military. What happened then, Papster? Well, at first the white soldiers were discriminating against us very strongly. They felt that if we gave us weapons, we would be rebels against them, and we'd also thought we would be cowardly and unintelligent. Oh, that's mean. Then we should still allow you to fight in the army. Yes, son, well, my father and me were able to fight in 5 battles together in the war before his death at Gettysburg. It was a very emotional time, of course, but it provided me motivation, a little kickstarter to my amazing feat in my final 2 battles of the war. Ending with the surrender of Confederates in 1865, The whites realized that we are capable of bearing arms, good mule drivers, and very loyal. How did your dad die in battle? Oh, I don't know. He most likely suffered an attack from an approaching fleet. You are lucky he did, though. If he didn't, you would have been working for the cotton fields like I was. He laid down his life for you and any other black in America today, just like all the other soldiers in the war. Wow, that is so inspirational. I will definitely think about the next time I get called names by the white kids. I'll just think that I could have been working on a PlayStation right now. Thanks for the story, Pops.